Hi, Georgie here, and this little video is just going to be a short one talking about protection. Now, I'm also the author and channel of this book, The Voice of Love, and there is a chapter on protection in the book, and I can leave you a link or shout out to me if you'd like to know more about it. So basically, when I think of protection, I'm not coming from a fear-based place. I'm coming from an empowered place. And it's a bit like you're cleaning your teeth, you know, it's got to become part of your daily routine. Now, I know a lot of light workers, star seeds, empaths, earth angels are struggling at this moment in time with protection. I've spoken to a lot of my friends and colleagues and a lot of us have been finding that we are walking through treacle almost. The energy can be quite toxic, and we want to look at ways of dealing with the toxicity. So I've written a blog post. In the blog post, I talk about prayers. So that's the first thing I talk about. Now, when you say a prayer for protection, it's really important that you are saying it from your heart center. You are not saying it like you would when you're at school and maybe you learned the Lord's Prayer and you're saying it a bit like a robot. No matter what prayer you say, if you're saying it like that and you're not saying it from your heart, then it's not really going to be doing the job. So a prayer from your heart to whom you feel connected, who you feel an affiliation with. So for instance, it might be Creator, it might be Ganesh, it might be Archangel Michael, but as long as you're coming from your heart. I used to use a bit of my song, the Marry Me song. Marry me, hold me in your arms and care for me, keep me safe and free from harm, marry me. And I used to do that whenever I felt anxious and I could feel someone else's toxicity or negativity, and I found that that worked for me. But you've got to find what works for you. I suggest doing a morning prayer and then doing an evening prayer, and the prayers are written in the blog if you want to sort of like look at what I use. Affirmations for protection are really good. You're saying them from the I am. So for instance, I am the protection of Archangel Michael. I am strength. I hold the light, and I am clear of negativity and obstacles in my pathway. If that doesn't work for you, then I suggest that you can choose. I choose to know I am Archangel Michael, blah, blah, blah. If that still doesn't work, then you can say something like, Dear God, Creator, transform me into someone who knows that they have the strength and protection from you. And then just allow it to grow over time. Crystals are another amazing thing for protection. So there is a list of about 7 crystals, my top 7. But this is black tourmaline, suggested to me by one of my friends. And I've worked with it in the past, and then I got to a point where I felt I didn't need it anymore. But at the moment, with the things I'm dealing with in my life and generally in what's going on in the world and how it's affecting other people, I feel the need for black tourmaline again. So I've been working with this and I've programmed it. So you need to regularly cleanse your crystals as well. Thank them, program them. Right, now I do actually talk about a cloak of protection in the book. So there's a whole meditation section on working with the cloak of protection. But again, if you feel that you haven't got the power to invoke the cloak, then maybe there's some resistance there. So maybe it's worth having a session with someone that can help you release resistance, because also we've got to remember we all have our story, and if your story is a bit like mine or mine was, I'm so sensitive, I keep picking up on everyone else's energy, then it just becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. But if you get someone to help you tweak those beliefs, it can become your superpower, not your self-fulfilling prophecy. Right, there are exercises to invoke protection as well. So one, firstly, if you notice that your energy field is not great and you are not in alignment with your divine design or connection to source or your higher self or your angel within, whatever you want to call it, if you know that there's something not right and you know that it's not your energy and it's not your negativity or your toxicity, whatever you want to call it, you know that, then you can say, I return this to sender with God's consciousness attached with love, light and healing. And that clears your energy field. And if then you feel clear because it wasn't yours and you've sent it back to where it came from, you sent it back with love, remember, you can then do this exercise that I got from my friend David. So you, with your left hand, you put your hand on your solar plexus. This is mine. With your right hand, this is for me. And that is incredibly powerful. I had to go on my tiptoes there so you could see my solar plexus. That's incredibly powerful. Okay, so now you're free from those external influences. Music as well can be really helpful for protection. I've suggested a couple in the blog. So Archangel Gabriel, As I Watch Over You, that's a really powerful song. And you can just play it. And also Archangel Raphael, opening your heart. The more you open your heart and you are in your heart, not in your head, because what can happen is if we're picking up on someone else's negativity, it then can become a bit of a story, and we can like play along with that story in our head. And then the more we're in our head, we're creating the feelings and we're getting into a loop of thoughts and feelings and negativity and toxicity. Open your heart. The more you open your heart and let all that go, let it all go, clear it. Of course, you can smudge. Some people like to use salt to collect negative toxic energy, and of course you've got to then get rid of the salt as well. So you might have some by your front door. So I hope you found this little video helpful. If you feel that you need some extra support to get you on your way, then please do reach out. I do one-to-one sessions and I do free clarity calls. So my website is my name, georgiegdeyn.com, and my wonderful publishers, The Endless Bookcase, is where you can pick up a copy of my book, and you can get it hard copy or you can get it as not PDF, you know what I mean. Some of you just want to read it as an ebook. That's the word I was looking for. Anyway, lots of love, take care and have an amazing day wherever you are.